They're just miles better, aren't they?
Yeah. You're trying to set me up. Yeah, you're just trying to set me up.
What are you talking about?
Don't hate me for that.
Is it the end of the road for the Pop-Top Campervan? Are people not buying VW Transporter campervans anymore because they're too small? I'm here today to speak to Luke from Tamar Caravan Centre, who's a motorhome and big campervan expert, and we're going to find out what are people really doing. Because yeah, in COVID, the boom where the sales just went completely through the roof, everybody seemed to be buying generally the smaller campervans, weren't they? The Pop-Top campervans. But now people seem to be wanting bigger vans. So what's happening? What's going on with the market?
Well, personally, in my view of what happened with the market when COVID happened, people are always a bit worried about the size of a vehicle that they're driving. So it's easier to go into a smaller vehicle, like a Volkswagen size. It can use day to day to get around in, still drop the kids to school, still get to work in. Just a bit easier to get around. And I think sometimes when you look at something that might be a 6 or a 6.36 metre, they get a little bit intimidated by it. And that's effectively what happened. A lot of people, as you said, when COVID ended, came out, bought something that they were comfortable in, that they felt comfortable driving, and that's kind of what happened. A lot of people start off in that Volkswagen size, Ford size.
And it really did rock it, wasn't it? Because it wasn't just the Volkswagens though, was it?
No.
It's like, what was I think the biggest selling vehicle, or the most, which started selling fastest, was like the V-Class, the Mercedes V-Class.
Correct, yeah.
People wanted them, often seen as taxis, but people convert them into campervans.
Yeah, there's lots of caddies. You see the odd little smaller caddies that you see out on the road. My friend's got a green caddy, the bright green ones. So yeah, they get around in those and they put just single beds, sometimes conversions with a little kitchen in it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just, I think people could comfortably drive them, and that's what people were drawn to initially that haven't done it before as well. Like you said, first time buyers might not have experienced camping in a vehicle before, so it's just their natural go-to is go as small as possible potentially, and what they're comfortable with and not daunted by.
And then it did become kind of a case of whatever's available, didn't it, really?
Correct, 100%. I've worked obviously in the motorhome industry for 20 years, so yeah, I mean, when that COVID happened, I thought it was going to be a very much of a quieter time of year, shall I say, or quieter when we opened, but then it was crazy. We're doing 2-3 vehicles a day. We have to be direct with people, which we like to normally take our time with people and make them feel comfortable, but it was at a point where you're like, are you here to do something today? If you are, then you crack on with that person, whereas
otherwise somebody else is going to have it.
Correct, yeah. And it was but now it's like we're saying, it's kind of reverted back to the way it was, where we can spend a bit more time with people, understand their needs, their requirements a little bit more, sound them out a little bit, and then show them around what we've got and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, it has gone a bit back to the way it was.
Because we really are now seeing, NEC shows, a lot of talk on the Facebook forums, groups and things like that. People are looking to get out the transporters into the transits and the smaller ones, into that bigger campervans, whether it be the Crafter, whether it be like this is the Cato based one, isn't it?
Fiat Cato 6. Well, this is 6 metre with a pop top. So
we'll come on to that one in a minute.
But yeah, you can have rear lounge, obviously, like this has, and then you've got the dinette at the front. So it gives you a lot of versatile, still in a 6 metre. But yeah, a lot of people initially, I think, like you said, just kind of went for what they were comfortable with.
But now they seem to be, they've got the bug, they absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, completely.
They're selling the transporters, so please don't get me wrong, because I do know that people are selling transporters for whatever reason or other, the smaller vans, and they're not all going up to bigger vans.
No.
But kind of the point is that a lot of people are, aren't they?
Yeah,
this
a lot
is what
of people
you're
have
seeing.
sampled the lifestyle, they've used the vehicles, like you just said, and they realised that they might want a shower, they might want a toilet, they might want a bigger kitchen area, bigger fridge freezer area, they might want a more sitting opposite to you now, like rather than being in a seat that's swiveled like on a Volkswagen, you've got 2 separate seating areas, lounge areas. People might decide they want that. It's massively open to interpretation to how they want to use the space, and the 6 metre stuff does give you, as you can see, a huge amount of space.
Because this is it though, I mean, this is just one layout, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about layouts in a minute, but this has obviously got the lounge here, and you sleep that way, the bed obviously comes out, but you've got this shower room, and this is one thing that people do say about those smaller vehicles, there's no toilet, there's no shower. There kind of is. I mean, a lot of them obviously rib bed, it pulls out from underneath. Some of the other ones also pull out from underneath, they might have one at the side. Shower point from a transporter generally comes out the back. Most of the new ones now Well, that one you've got in the showroom there is obviously standard hot water.
Yeah.
So you do have them, but it's not there, is it? Which is completely
correct.
internal.
So you'll normally have, like, in a pop-top conversion, you'll tend to have, not always, but you'll tend to have a porta potty kind of arrangement. You might get the odd one that has where you've got forward pop-top open, shall we say, as rear, and then you've got a little washroom at the back. Some of them have that, which then you have sides you put up and you can construct when you get there and stuff. So there is the odd option that you can have that in a pop-top, but it tends to be your 6 metre panel van or 5.4 metre panel van that does give you that shower arrangement, seating arrangement, bigger bathroom, bigger lounge area. So it's just horses for courses.
And it's storage as well, isn't it? Because obviously in that 5 metre vehicle, transported, blah, 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 its storage is limited because you're trying to put in your electrics, you're putting in your heater, you're putting everything there, trying to cram it into that small space. This is longer and taller.
Yeah, it does, and it gives you a transverse bed across the back. You'll tend to find if you do want more storage in a van conversion, you'll have a fixed bed of some description, be it like a French style bed, which we call it, to the side with the bathroom adjacent to it, or you'll have a transverse bed or a bed like French bed that comes down. So you've got tons of storage space for your deck chairs, tables, mains leads, canoes, blow-up canoes, all that kind of stuff. And then some of them as well, like you've just said, have room down like a galley down where you can put kayaks and stuff like that.
Well, this is kind of one of the comments which not one of the comments, I've actually had a couple of comments on it now about I don't like pod. Well, one of them was specifically saying I don't want pods, like why can't I sleep that way? Well, you can.
Yeah, you can,
just have a different layout, A lot of the new vehicles now, especially the kind of the bigger camper vans, they have to have pods, because if you're sleeping that way, you need that extra room to be able to actually put your head or put your feet. So they do come with pods, but obviously they can also be that way as well. It's all about the layout, isn't it?
Yeah, it is 100%. You can get obviously transverse beds like these. I think this bed here is 6'1" when it's made up, and then obviously you've got the bed.
It's nearly tall enough for me. Big enough. I might be able to fit it.
Close. But then you've also got the bed at the top, which you'd be fine in, and that's the whole, more or less, up to that point of the vehicle back. It's huge. It's
and that again is one of the things which a pop-top, whether it be a small van or a big van, is probably the better bed. Unless you've got the fixed bed, that is probably the better bed. It's normally better quality, unless it's just a plank of wood, which the cheaper conversions are. But when you've got a proper sprung bed up there, and you've got the the mattress,
you've got
you've got a bigger bed.
So there's lots of different types of roofs you can get. This is an SCA roof, so a really high level roof converter, and they've got individual foil springs on each of the beds that go across, so there'll be like 10 springs across and then all the way back, and then like you said, it's like being at a mattress at home. You can get some, it's like exactly the same with the pop-top Volkswagen side of things. You can have just some converters just put a slab of wood and then they put a mattress on top, and then some have more
when it includes the mattress though, that's the premium bed, proper quality.
Obviously, it's just
no.
I wouldn't sleep on it, but it all depends upon what manufacturer you look at to how they convert them. It's all to a budget, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. But yeah, I mean, you've obviously got. I was speaking to somebody the week at the Exeter show, and they was loving a layout which had 2 drop-down beds, which I've never seen it before. But it had 2 drop-down beds. I think it was on a Ford chassis.
Oh, right.
And that, for him, you see, that out of everything here, that's kind of the layout for me. And everybody's different, aren't they?
Oh, that's massively.
Do you play rev comps? Have you ever seen rev comps?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I haven't dealt with them before, but I've seen.
I know Tim. Tim plays quite a lot. Yeah, Tim plays a lot. But the other week they had this Sprinter van.
Oh right. Okay.
Now this Sprinter van, it was very, very, very unique. It was kind of a race van, and it had like 3 rear seats, a massive garage area in the back, and then I think it had a bit of a kitchen and stuff like that. And there was loads of comments where people absolutely loved it, and more saying that they didn't like it. And that's probably because it's not your traditional. And this is with some of the vans now, you can see them where somebody's gone in and they've customised it. That's the van which I want. I think there was one the other week, and it was like a 5-berth in a crafter.
Wow.
And it was like one of the beds. It was a rib bed, But to actually sleep on this rib bed, you had to put your feet under the kitchen unit. It was proper weird, like proper weird.
Auto Cruise Jazz does that. If you look
Did
at
they?
Auto Cruise, yeah. So Auto Cruise Jazzes in 2010 to 13 had a similar thing, like a wardrobe, like a hanging wardrobe.
But this was a kitchen.
A kitchen.
A kitchen.
Oh no.
You put your feet under the kitchen, and it was just like, that's weird. But that's because somebody specified it, and to some person, that is absolutely mint, because it's exactly for them.
Yeah, like I just said to you then with the Jazz, the Auto Cruise Jazzes, it's just what people perceive as that's perfect for them, and that's
Speaking of RevCom stuff, did you watch the draw? You might not see the draw. They had the draw, I think it was last week. So they've obviously got the ball machine. The ball machine spins and it's got all the balls. Well, it was for the main prize of the night. It was a BMW M3, I think it was, or £60,000 cash prize. So the balls, I think it was 5 drums, and all the balls spun, and then they read out the number, but you could see that something had gone wrong. And what had happened is the first drum, the ball wasn't in the machine, because the ball spins and then whichever ball it picks stays in the top. But what happened, it had gone in there but come straight back out again. So the computer had registered this is the ball, but because the ball wasn't there, they're like, I don't think we can do this as genuine because the ball hasn't actually stuck in there. So what they did, that number which he had registered as, they rang him and obviously gave him the offer. I think he said he'd take the cash. They span it again. So basically, they lost £60,000 because they give the prize away twice.
Fair play to them, though.
And it's just
Well, I mean that's annoying for them, but that is quite a nice thing
that's
for them.
proper off topic. I don't know if I'm even going to include that in, but that's just having a chat.
That's all right. I've never met them, no, but they deal with cars. But yeah, but no, I would. Yeah, they seem like nice guys. I bought a motorhome off of somebody who like won it, and then they sold it to us in Newton. Like, so yeah, they're very nice people. Yeah.
Well, it was this as a general chat. I was kind of his point is I'm going to go up there because they have some of these random prizes, random campervans, which are all these different layouts. So I think it's really good just to have a chat with them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that does that as well is like I used to get a lot of like motocross people who have motocross bikes. And then they have these massive garages because they've got all their big all their stuff's expensive, isn't it? All their toolkits and bits and bobs like that. And they would, I got a mate
who used to do that in a transporter. He used to have a transporter and he was kitted out in the back and he could remove the seats and do his bikes.
The weirdest one I ever had as a part exchange was a horse box. That was weird. God, they're expensive. They're massive money. Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, oh God. And then I ringing around, people were like, 20, 30 grand. I was like, what? It's like 20 years old. Do you know what I mean? Like 50. I was like, I'm terrified of this when it came in, but it was all right. Yeah, they took it and it was fine. Didn't chip me.
But anyway, back onto Lev. Yeah. So like with the kitchen as well. So in a bigger van, you've also got that benefit of having more power, haven't you? So bigger power, bigger battery systems, bigger electrical systems. So I know, like transporter-wise, inverters, a proper inverter, you know, the big devices. So to put one of those in a transporter, you need to find the room, but when you've got something bigger like this, it's much easier to find the space, and then the lithium batteries as well. I mean, a lot of them you can add lithium systems. A lot of people do that. A lot of the systems are already kitted up ready for lithium, bigger batteries, as you said, bigger chargers. It's something that you can definitely do if you wanted to. It's 100% something. Same with like habitation aircon, which I know you touched upon earlier as well. Like that's something that a lot of people like to have because you're going away in probably for longer because you've got a bit more space. Deemed as the kind of idea. If you've got more fixed bed, you're a bit more comfortable. You stay away for a bit longer, so you have more power, more lithium batteries. You might spend a little bit more on the system. You also might have an aircon system unit. And do that. A lot of people do that. It's options on a lot of the bigger caravans and stuff like that, as well as the bigger motorhomes. So it's definitely something that people do. And you've also, because of the more space, you tend to be getting the Truma blown air systems, the Kombi boilers and things like that. Whereas on a transporter, you normally get your 2 kilowatt diesel heater or gas heater or whatever it is. But with this kind of thing, you've got you'll have depending again what you're looking at here, you'll have a Truma boiler, effectively Truma heating system, which will be a 3 kilowatt electric heater as well as gas, so that will blow the air around the vehicle.
keep it nice and warm. That most of them are grade 3 insulated, so they open all the windows, drop them to -15, seal them up again, and then they'll stay to 20 degrees in 2 hours, I believe it is, off the top of my head. But yeah, so a lot of that, you'll get a lot of that in the bigger vans as well, grade 3 insulated. Where the pop-top stuff, you can get it, but it's always a bit of a challenge if you've got that roof open, because it's a tent style kind of fabric around it rather than a aluminium sided. So it's just a different way of doing it. Yeah, so it's just, but it's again bigger solar panels. So the one we're sat in now is a 240 watt solar panel on the roof. If you look at it, it covers pretty much the whole of the roof. You might get hundreds kilowatt, 120 kilowatt on the smaller 100 amp batteries for vehicles as well. So yeah, it's definitely exactly what you said. It's when you go up in size by that extra meter, which it sounds like a lot, but it's about that, you know what I mean? It does give you a lot of advantage.
But you've also got the disadvantage as well, haven't you? Because this is obviously a high vehicle as well. So with it, obviously, the length, it's not going to go in a normal parking space. No. The height, you're going to have those height restrictions to get into those some of those car parks, which flipping more and more are doing now. These height restricted barriers.
Even train stations, local train station at my house the other day. It's got those yellow outlined, stop you driving into it. Yeah, so that stuff rules you out of effectively because of the height and because of that really. But they're 2.2 meters wide, so they're a little bit wider, whereas your conventional Ford's 2, isn't it? So they're again a little bit more, but yeah, it's really the height that stops you getting into those places. Yeah.
But in the main, there's a huge amount of advantages, and that's why people are going for them, isn't it? Yeah,
it's massive van conversions. So we've gone more older every year. The market is going a bit more towards that, and I think it's exactly from what you said earlier in the video. A lot of people came in, no disrespect, were trying to get what they could, because that was the way it was. We sold out here, they didn't have anything for sale here, and then people were jumping into what they could to get away because they've been locked in for 7-8 months. So yeah, it's definitely, and then they've got the bug for it, going a little bit more, getting a little bit more storage, getting more power, getting more air conditioning, more luxuries.
So at the moment, I mean, just looking out here, there's loads. You've got coach builts. So you've got some coach builts. You've got some of the bigger camper vans. You've got Ducato based. You've got transit based. Yeah, I really do like the Trekkers. I really do.
Fords,
it's kind of an adventure-y, off-roady type vehicle.
Yeah, the colour of it, the tyres, the dark alloy wheels, the silver-sided, even the inside finish is that with all the zips for the end storage and stuff like that. It's a rugged, not rugged, because it's still quite premium, but it's that kind of finish, like you said, like off-road, rugged finish. But that is massively popular. If you look at Swift did the Trekker when they released it in 21. It was madly popular. It was one of the most successful launches of a range of motorhomes that I can think of. People were ringing up saying, I want it, without even seeing it, because there was so much hype about it. And then if you look at other manufacturers such as Bailey have just come to that market and have done a similar finish vehicle with the rugged off-road styling, which has become very popular. You've got Wild Axe is another manufacturer that makes panel vans, only panel vans. I know the MD Duncan, he's a lovely chap, but they've done a off-road finish kind of look, and they are part of the Rapido group, really high end, and they're nice, you know, they're a little bit more, 85, 84 I think. But so it's a growing market, more people are coming into it. When I started selling vehicles, van conversions, there might have been a handful of layouts free. If you look at the brochures now, there's 8 of each model, more or less. You know, there's 4 Trekkers now, there's 8 Carreras, so it's all kind of like growing into the market. And you can look at that by just the industry. If you look at it, loads of people have come into the van conversion market because it's a growing market.
So what are you finding is popular at the minute then? Is there any...
I mean, rear lounges have always been quite popular. I think fixed beds stuff, a lot of that is continental. So Hymer, Adria make a lot of... if you can imagine this country, we don't always get the best weather.
What are you talking about?
Don't hate me for that. But we don't. So I think in the UK...
We've got sunshine, liquid sunshine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's more accurate, But I think the continental side of things, when they look at building van conversions, they've always done fixed beds because they've got the sun, they're outside a lot more, they're cooking outside a lot more. So the UK market does rear lounges,
Yeah.
which Adria, Heimer don't. Def Left, those kind of people, they might do the odd one, but they don't do like as many as we do on different 6.36 chassis. So rear lounges is something that I would say is quite a growing market for us as well, because it's unique to us.
Yeah.
So I would say we do really well out of Carreras, 122s, 144s, 244s that we're in now, that kind of stuff. And I'm just saying, it sounds like I'm saying numbers, but they are but they do
I'll
really
edit
well.
this out, it's boring.
Yeah, but no, they are good, yeah. So I'd say rear lounges.
And is there anything that's specific customers who are coming in and they've got whatever they've got, they're coming in, I want this? Is there any like common thing that people are looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the off-roadness is what you were saying as well at the moment. Is a big draw to a lot of people because it's so different and unique. Cars have become so modern and sleek looking, haven't they? Like massively with the electric stuff and the clever stuff they're doing with those. So like a lot of the time now they're putting LED lights everywhere and they're modernising their product quite a lot. And that off-road style with the big wheels and the awning all fitted and stuff like that, and the little hint of yellow as it breaks it up, and the silver, the trekkers. I think that we do get a lot of that. Yeah.
Because some people are saying about the off-road, oh, it's not proper off-road.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. But it doesn't need to be. You know, not everybody's going to be traipsing around the Arctic and stuff like that. But just simply going on a campsite, going on a beach car park and things like that.
Fine.
Some of them are, you know, I wouldn't want to be going on it in my car
No,
in some of these
100%.
places. They're just more capable having a van doing that kind of
I
thing.
worked at a motorhome dealer and we used to sell Heimers, and they were the 4x4s, and they were amazing. 120 grand. Do you know, that's a lot for what you're going to use it maybe for its full potential. Well, you might not. You might be that 1 in 10 people that go out and use it all the time, you know. But for modern most day usage, you can do absolutely everything in the UK in these. Yeah, if you go in a.
But it's a choice, though, isn't it? Like, if somebody wants to spend 120 grand on that, or they want to spend 50 grand on whatever,
it's their preference, isn't it? They do look great because they're so high,
yeah.
but they're you know,
they're built on Mercedes
Sprinters. Yeah. So you get the crossover, they're called, and you can get the XS, and they are lovely. They're like silver. Same kind of look, kind-of-ish as the Trekker, but I'll get told off for that now in the comments as well. But they are lovely, they do look nice, but they're 120 grand, and like you said, 50 grand more. It's a lot of holidays.
And what's Trekker's what, 70?
70, yeah, 74, but it's.
And then you've got a 70 grand Trekker there, and then you've got a 70 grand Transporter in the showroom. Yeah. So people would often say. And I've heard it in here when I've walked into this premise. I've been in here before.
You're in here more than me.
A couple of years ago, and I've heard it. Why would you pay? Well, I think it was back in. I think it was like, why would you pay 60 grand for that when you could buy that for 60 grand? Well, and you just I felt like saying because they're different vehicles.
It's 100% that, and we look at anything when it comes in as a part exchange because we get it a lot with again going away a little bit, but coach builds will get a Kentucky customer and an Escape customer. An Escape customer might be £90,000, a Kentucky might be £110,000, but the residual values of those are going to be two very different things. And it's the same with like your Trekkers and your they are different budgets for different things, but they are different. It's all about what's right for you. Like you said,
well, that's it. That person who's come into it during COVID, who wanted a vehicle similar to what they were driving at home.
Car,
then that Transporter is for them. And also, even now, that this would be great, but if I had one of these, it'd be sat on my drive most of the time, whilst I went to work doing other things in other vehicles, and then take it out at the weekend. But with the Transporter, I could use it every day, and I could stop at the side of the road and have a cup of tea and things like that. And it is a different, not mindset, but it is a different use purpose. So they might be the same money, but they're completely different vans, and they do different things, but they do the same thing at the same time. There's pros and cons with both, and it's just going to suit.
It's completely down to the person. And the best thing about Tamar, where we are here, is we've got every area covered. We've got anything from your big Kentuckys, they're 8.67 meters, up to your 5 meter, 5.2 meter, van conversions. It's just whatever you want to have, really, isn't it?
And you have a vehicle in here which is the only one in the world.
Yeah, the Basecamp Evo. Yeah, to be fair, that's it's in the workshop at the moment because we're just looking to see if we can get a motor mover on it. But yeah, it's one of the only ones in the world. It harnesses its own fresh water. The seats are made of, well, the fabrics are made of bamboo.
I don't know anything about it.
We'll
I don't know anything about
around it, won't we? We can definitely show you through it.
I saw it at the NEC 2 years or so, or something like that.
Recap on it, yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, we can show you all around it.
Because I think, I mean, this is going completely off topic, but I think base camps for a transporter size of vehicle is perfect, because you've got that small camper van. And you've got that small caravan, and it just kind of stretching out.
Quite similarly, as well, aren't they?
I'm not sure how happy people are going to be us talking about wobble boxes.
They'll be okay. They just got to come and have a look at them. But no, I mean, I've motorhomed. I've been a motorhome owner, or not motorhome owner. I've been motorhome selling for 20 years, and I worked at a place we did caravans, but it was 2 separate departments, and I've obviously come over to the dark side, I don't know, the light side. But I've looked at some of the caravans, and even they are really well finished and nice, to be fair. Yeah, they've won me over a little bit, but don't tell Tim that. My boss, don't tell him that. But yeah, no, they are good. Yeah, some of them. And the base camp I do like, because I think the base camp is kind of like your Trekker, the way it's styled and the way it's finished. It's quite a unique looking. It's got a little nose on it with the. And they
started to be popular during kind of COVID times
exactly
as well.
Exactly the same, really. Yeah, they would have been. Yeah, about the same time as the Trekkers.
Anyway, completely off topic there. Let's get back a bit. So. So the point is what did I say at the start? Are campervans, is the Pop-Top Campervan dead? It's not.
No.
This is a Pop-Top as well, isn't it?
Correct. Yep. The 244 is a Pop-Top. The Trekker are Pop-Tops. It's just down to what you're using it for, and what you're going to be using. Everyday usage. If you're going to be getting around, getting to work in it, getting out in it, Pop-Top roof stuff is. And
brilliant. You've got people at different buying stages in the life cycle, aren't they? That first camper van, they might not want something big. They might want something big, but if you want to start small, get something small. But you don't necessarily have to buy that brand new 70 grand van or that brand new 100 grand van. Go and buy a 5 grand van and go and figure it out. Obviously, you've not got any of them here, but people can just test it out and kind of get into it. But then you've also got people who are coming straight in, or they're getting into retirement, going, I'm going to retire, we're going to go across Europe, so we need the bigger camper van, we need a coach-built motorhome, we need the air conditioning, we need the bigger water tanks. That was something we didn't touch on. Bigger water tanks, bigger fridges, keeping more food and drink.
100 litres, some of them, they're...
You can do much more things. Go further, go longer. It's like an advert.
I got excited.
On that note, and on that bombshell.
But they're grade 3 insulated as well. You're warmer, you've got cooler air, haven't you? You've got, like you said, more water. Yeah,
So all in all, they're just miles better than a Transporter, a Transit, a Mercedes Vita, whatever. They're just miles better, aren't they?
Yeah. You're trying to set me up. Yeah, you're just trying to set me up. Why are you trying to get everyone to hate me on my first time on the
show? The point of it is there's something there for everybody, isn't there?
Absolutely.
But I've got to say that I like this layout because it enables me to do videos like this. Or if it was raining now and was outside, then I won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
I could get some cameras here.
Yeah, well, it probably is. Tim just probably told me.
Anyway, there we go. So that was just a little bit of a chat about motorhomes and is the Pop-Top Campervan dead? And the answer is yes, it is for some people when they're going bigger, and no, it isn't maybe for the new people coming in, or that person who just wants that second vehicle, but they need it to be using it for a daily driver as well. So there is something for everybody. But like we said before, you don't need to be spending, mega money on a van. If you just want to start, then just go and buy a second-hand one. Get used to it. Chuck that mattress in the back. See how you get on. And then maybe one day you can move into something much bigger. Anyway, if you didn't see the video which I did the other week when I had a conversation about the current campervan market, you can see that video here. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you soon.